Hey, how you doing? I just want to talk about gangstalking and the mind control sort of devices that they use on people, that they utilize on in on civilians all around the world. You got to understand, we're being attacked with military weapons, military grade weapons on civilians and things like that. And we're all being mind controlled by the elites, by the New World Order and things, people who are running the New World Order and things. They're the ones broadcasting all those frequencies through all our devices. And they've basically hacked the human brain that way through everything that we say and do, like on television, on the radio, on the internet and things like that. It's all controlled. It's all being controlled by them. You understand? You could be talking to a recording from 50 years ago, for example, and the movie will gaslight you. The movie will attack you subliminally and things like that. All your thoughts, what you're thinking about the movie, who the characters are, you name it, like that. You're being attacked on every level. You understand? And they want to drive you insane and things like that with whatever you're doing and saying and things, and like all your thought processes and things like that. They're always attacking it constantly. They're always attacking it constantly. They don't want you to have any hope for the future and things like that. Like, it's sort of like They Live and stuff like that. Once you put on the glasses and things like that, it says obey and like consume and things like that. Well, in this case, in gang stalking, it's like they want you to die and things like that. They don't want people to live and things. They don't want you to last long. They can't wait to put a ton on yous, ton on all of yous and things like that. That's the type of things these gang stalkers say to people when they're utilizing the devices on people and things like that. They're broadcasting through 5G towers and satellites and things like that. You understand? They're able to use the 5G technology to attack people through frequencies and things like that through the 5G, and they utilize that very well. They are able to psychically psychically connect to the brain and hack the human brain through 5G towers and satellites and things like that as well. So like, it gives us like all sort of psychic abilities and things, if I can explain it that way. The technology gives you like a psychic ability. You're able to read the computers, you're able to read technology, you're able to see all the faces and things on TV and things, and you're able to psychically connect with people and things like that. And they do it through like technology, like 5G towers and things like that. And they've got like smart dust, like the chemtrails that they spray over us and things like that. It's not just weather control, it's also part of mind control, like the technology that they use on people. They spray us all to basically communicate with our minds, to put us under surveillance and hack our minds and things like that, and take over our brains and slowly kill us off and things like that. And they spray all these type of chemicals over us in the skies constantly, so as to block out the sun, so we can't even communicate with the sun and things like that, can't obtain light frequencies and things like that from our sun that's in our solar system and things like that. And they block us off from like achieving like uh, ascension and things like that in your spiritual growth and things like that. They're trying to make you more dumber and more blind to what is going on in the world and things. They want to drive you insane. They want to drive you insane to what's going on. Like, you're being, if you're a TI and that, if you're a TI, you're being targeted by a group of individuals, you understand, that live in your neighborhood, right? And they're orchestrating everything that's around you and things like that. And they utilize technology, everything around you and things like that. You understand? They use the 5G. They use 5G. They use like radio frequencies. They use microwave frequencies, all types of things like that that they utilize. and they mind control people with that, and abuse and torture people with those types of devices and things like that. Everyone's brain is being hacked through the technology and things like that. That's why there's not many people that are real left and things like that, because they're being targeted by the group of individuals that control all this new world order technology and things like that. And people are now body snatched and things, and taken over, and that, and they used all the technology and everything on them and stuff, and control people's minds through technology and stuff. More than likely, I'm gaslighting you right now as I'm speaking. More than likely, I'm attacking you through the frequencies right now. Like, I'm not trying to abuse anybody. I'm speaking the truth, as you can see. As you can see, I'm speaking about gang stalking and monsterhood and things like that. I'm not trying to abuse you and things like that. It's the technology that's doing that. It's the technology that's gaslighting you and abusing you and things like that. You understand? They're using technology on us. All our internet and things like that is hacked. It's all hacked and things like that. It's designed to drive you mad. It's just designed to make you lose control and things like that, because there's nobody in control in this place. There's no people that are really in control. The frequencies have taken over people's minds and things. The 5G, all the towers, the satellites and things like that has taken over everybody's mind and things like that, and created, that's what controls monsterhood. The 5G towers and the satellites and things. That's what controls monsterhood. And obviously, who controls the 5G and satellites? Satan. Satan, like heavy satanic people. Heavy satanic people. They control all these devices and things like that, that control the whole world and things like that. The God of this world is the devil. You understand? When they talk about the God of this world, it's the devil. You understand? And he's trying to control you. He's trying to take over your body. He's trying to possess you. He's trying to possess every soul, individual soul on our planet. And he's trying to wipe out our existence as human beings and things like that. We're being attacked with military grade weapons on civilians and things like that on a daily basis, and our human rights have been taken away from us. There's not many people here who have normal human rights and things. They're all controlled with handlers. They're all controlled through organizations and things like that. And they're basically puppets and slaves of the system, of the New World Order. You understand? And they're all being used as puppets in this, as pawns in this massive worldwide game that they're playing on humanity. You understand? They 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 want to just. There's a massive death cult. Gang stalking is a massive death cult, basically. Okay, and there's a big countdown to zero and all those time of things. They're waiting for the time and things, for the call and all types of things like that, through the frequencies, through all the technology and things. What controls these people? You understand? And with that being said, take care.